Previously on Wolfout Tonight.
Triple box. You're gonna see me cry and puke tonight. Quad box. I'm gonna catch up on old funky winker beans, then put ketchup on cold funky winker beans. Life is like a cat sometimes.
My stepdad says if I get any bigger, I might steal mom. But he always does that, so it's not really a big deal. I mean, I wish he wouldn't do it, but stepdad says if no one kicks you, you don't learn anything.
Broadcasting live from Wolfout Studios in sunny Madison, Wisconsin. It's Wolfout Tonight with Nate Chappell. Tonight, it's all Nate and all jokes and all the time. And now, the man who might never stop talking, Nate Chappell! Yes, hello my ladies and battle cats. Where are my battle cats at? And welcome to episode Monologue of the talk show version of your favorite shirt, Wolfout Tonight. We are, of course, broadcasting live from the elegant comfort of studio living room at Wolfout Studios. Wolfout Studios. You'll feel right at home. Oh, wait, I read that wrong. We'll feel right at home, because it's our home. So, tonight is a very special episode Monologue. So, whereas usually the monologue is just the first bit that we use to manage your expectations for the rest of the show, this one's going to be all expectation management. All monologue all the time. Well, at least for the next 25 minutes anyways. But speaking of managing expectations, I do want to tell you this. I want to tell you that we're going to have a segment later that's a game segment, right? And the game segment, where the game segment is usually going to be a segment where I improvise monologue based on suggestions from you or suggestions from Johnny, depending on whether or not you guys engage. So please, in the comment section, comment. Give me a topic for the monologue, like broccoli, or broccoli and cheddar, or peppers. It doesn't have to be food, I guess I'm kind of hungry. Anyway, back to the monologue. On managing expectations, I did want to let you know that I did not write an entire episode's worth of monologues this week. No, I actually went back through all the monologues of Wolfout Tonight and our old show, Up Periscope, and picked out my favorites. And you won't believe number 14. That's my new clickbait monologue strategy I'm trying out. But for those of you who didn't know, this same crew here, the three of us, did 26 episodes of a show called Up Periscope that we shot and broadcast entirely from my iPhone with the Periscope application. Now, the Periscope app is mostly for people to look at themselves and creeps to try to get them to take off their shirts. It wasn't the best place for our show, turns out, because I guess they didn't want to see me topless. Which confuses me, but the show was the bright spot on that app, and so a lot of these jokes will mention Periscope, and some of these jokes might be a bit dated, although I consider my comedy to be timeless. I mean, it's never the right time for my comedy, but time is a flat circle, just like a pizza, so let's get this started. Here's a stat I came across that I found pretty interesting about Periscope. When female users were asked, do you think Periscope encourages the objectification of women, 8 out of 10 said yes. 9 out of 10 male users said, show your boobs. I think all these apps are getting pretty addictive, which makes sense as they are essentially designed to trick your brain into releasing endorphins. I mean, well, what's the harm, you ask, It's just an app. Well, Periscope is just a gateway app. Next thing you know, you're candy crushing up an Instagram of trivia crack rocks and snorting them in some dark old chat room until you're just twittering all over yourself in a corner. 26 episodes we did on Periscope, at an average of 22 minutes apiece. That's like 8 hours of comedy. And then a bunch of monologues. 26, crazy. And to put that in context for you, if you had 26 pizzas, it would be way too much to eat. That's the only reference point you need, really, I think. But I measure everything in pizzas, so, this studio is 140 square pizzas, give or take a slice. Like Rocky Rococo, R.I.P., square pizza, Square cut? You guys like that? I like the variety of pieces available. There's 2 crust, 2 no crust. 1 crust, 3 no crust. Then no crust at all, which is basically chaos, and then you just have to shove the whole thing in there because you got nothing to hang on to, no handle, But If you get a slice that has 3 crusts and 1 no crust, you've discovered a new dimension, okay? Or you might be in a lucid dream. Quick, look at a clock. Look at a clock. That's what they say. Apparently if you're dreaming, clocks won't make any sense. Once I thought I had a lucid dream, but actually I just never learned how to read a clock. Never got the hang of it. But hey, we've all got our strengths, and mine are eating cereal and mostly eating cereal, actually. So the holidays are over. Oh, shoot, I must have copied and pasted that from a future episode. I write these years in advance, actually, which should explain this jetpack joke. Hey, have you guys ever gone to refuel your jetpack and accidentally put strawberry preserves in your jetpack? Really jams the whole thing up. It explains it doesn't excuse it, guys. That's been monologue number 1, ladies and gents. I'm gonna go do some mouth stretches while you take a break from me. Psych! I'm in all the promos too. So stick around or go away. Life is full of choices.
Hi, I'm Nate Grady. Webster defines debate as a contention by words or arguments. Jobs, 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 jobs. Is my time almost up? Companies are using overseas sweatshops. Sweatshops. Doesn't that sound gross? Ew. I'm a big supporter of women. I really love women. My mom's a woman. Read my lips. I think I understand trickle-down economics, but I'm saying, why don't we start with double-down economics? Pass. Can I pass? Can I have some more water? I also have a 5-point plan. High five. Oh, I can't breathe. Can you use it in a sentence? Free pizza for all. Oh, I'm sorry. I was up all night cramming for this thing. Hey, fair's fair. He's already had 4 years. Give somebody else a turn. It's my turn. I'm the sane one. I'm the sane one. On day 1, I'll probably just set up my office and get my Star Wars guys all lined up. Jim, I'd like to respond. I know you are. But what am I? Yes, I experimented with drugs in college, but I didn't inhale. You can't inhale heroin unless you smoke it. I did smoke heroin.
Nate Grady, Nate Debatey.
Yes, welcome back to episode monologue of one of the internet shows I host, Wolfout Tonight. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Monologue 2, the Duologue. It's a working title, I don't know if it's working though. So, have you guys been reading the news at all? Oh great, what a relief, I have not. Would you mind giving me a quick, maybe just shoot me an email with the highlights? Maybe a quick tweet or something? That'd be really great, really helpful, thanks. So, it was International Women's Day yesterday. You know, women's lib has been in the news a lot, actually. Did you guys hear there's a lady running for president? Isn't that ridiculous? I mean, look, I like women. I mean, my mom's a woman. But I just don't know if they've got what it takes to be president. I mean, what if a bar of soap at the White House needs to get body hair on it, you know? Like, who's going to take care of that? Or what if... Well, that's actually it, actually. But do you want to risk it? Do you? Huh? So I know everybody's already talked this Bill Cosby thing to death, but, you know, we've been off for a while, so lay off. And anyway, I feel like we've lost track of who the real victims are in all of this. Those of us who have a pretty decent Bill Cosby impression. It's over, can't do it anymore. I think we should all as a society agree to lift the moratorium on the impression as long as whoever does it apologizes for what Bill Cosby did. You have no idea how sorry I am about what I have done. I am a monster now. You see, Theo, I regret the drugging and the raping, allegedly. Well, spring has sprung. You can tell because everybody around here is driving like asshats. Well, there's no more snow. I guess it's time to just kick back and relax. But I never honk at anybody. It's just not my instinct. I'm just not a horny sort of a guy. That came out wrong. I mean, I guess I'm not a honky, I guess. It's fine. I can say it. But I have my own strategy. For instance, today some dude cut me off on the belt line. So I sped up and pulled up beside this guy and did this. You know, more disappointed than anything. You really let me down. I mean, I'd expect it from Jeep guy back there, but you, Honda Civic? Honda Civic, the Dave of cars. I drove by my old elementary school the other day and it reminded me. Remember how somebody would make fun of you based solely on your name, yet somehow it still hurt, you know? Like it still hurt your feelings even though it was just your name? But my name is Nate Chappell, so I remember kids even had a song they'd sing about me. How'd it go? It was, you are short, you smell like feet, piggy, piggy, fat boy, eat, eat, eat. And even though it was just about my name, it still kind of hurt, you know? But don't worry, because I've got that covered. Yes, I'm a varsity level worrier. And when you know you're a worrier, when you're self-aware, your overarching worry becomes that you will worry too much. And then you worry about that, so it just collapses in on itself like a dying star so that you've got an inescapable black hole from which nothing, not even light, can escape. And as you pass through the event horizon, you're stretched until you're torn into ribbons, just in time to be crushed by the weight of all that worry. But hey, could be worse. But ultimately, I am a glass half full sort of guy. I mean, if the glass started off as empty and somebody filled it halfway. I mean, if it was full when I first saw it, and then it had been half emptied, well, then it would be half empty. I mean, there's no perspective to have here. It's cause and effect. Yeah, everything happens for a reason, and that reason is usually whatever happened right before it. So we celebrated Johnny's birthday on the old show, and he's probably older than you think. Whew. I'm feeling older than you think. I gotta tell you guys, I'm pretty gassed from all this monologuing. Hey, Johnny, would you mind taking over for a second?
Alright.
I'm just gonna go get hydrated or something. Let me, actually, can you hand me the backup cam there? We'll give this to Viv. Viv, would you mind following me with this? We'll give him a little behind the scenes. Should we do a double box, Johnny?
Sure, double box it.
Alright, ready? Let's see. Okay. Give her hell, Johnny.
Right. Alright, where am I here? Okay, remember everybody, pretend I'm Nate. With his supple skin and boyish charm, it seems that Johnny has cheated the sands of time, but now that sand is everywhere. And his socks and his hair, everywhere. And if you know what I mean. I think I lost the metaphor there, but it's time to pay the piper, so to speak. It's officially John's 30-somethingth birthday. I say 30-something not to protect him, but because I have no idea how old he is. And do you know what? I respect his privacy. And maybe even he does. Even more than he does. But I can tell you that Johnny is old.
How old is he?
Johnny is so old that when he was a kid, Jurassic World was just called World. Johnny is so old, the first time he posted a Craigslist ad, it was with a quilling parchment. Johnny is so old, his cane needs a cane. Johnny is so old, when he got an underage drinking ticket, he was drinking mead. And we went to court to contest it. The judge was wearing a wig. And he was put in the stocks for a week. Johnny is so old, he's the one who named it Pangea. Johnny is so old he could already rent a car several years ago. Johnny is so old he had the Big Bang Theory before it even happened. I'm of course talking about the hilarious television show starring David and Roseanne Paul Rubens. Johnny is so old he grew up in the same neighborhood as Adam. From Adam and Eve. Pretty old. So you guys remember that old tongue twister, right? I mean, you know, she sells seashells. How's it go? Okay, here we go. She sells seashells by the shore side. No, she sells seashells. She sells.
Hey.
Oh. All right. Hey, thanks.
Johnny,
You
thanks
got
a
a
lot.
little something on here, you know.
Oh, it's peanut butter. So, yeah. Let's skip that she sells. I can't say it either, Johnny. It's not your fault. You did really good. Let's hear it for Johnny, huh? Yeah, all right. So, once we did an episode of Up Periscope from the mountains of Colorado. Episode Nederland, because we were in Nederland, Colorado. By the way, if you haven't seen that show, Up Periscope, before, go watch a couple episodes on YouTube. You'll really appreciate what we're doing now. But yeah, Nederland. If Nederland doesn't sound magical enough for you, we were technically in an old mining town called Eldora. And we were also staying in the woodland fortress of a beautiful fairy sorceress named Andromeda, guarded by a team of magical brownies. Now, not that kind of magical brownies, you guys. I'm talking about these little mischievous magical creatures that I saw after I ate this piece of flat, dense chocolate cake. Actually, yeah, it might have been the other kind. But hey, when in Rome, you know, get some pizza. Seriously, you guys have to try it. You simply must. But everybody kept talking about mountain time. Everybody's on mountain time up here. I mean, I get it, guys, but it's just an hour earlier. I reset my watch right when I got there. Yeah, mountain living, it's crazy up there. I got winded really easily and I got crazy gas. And I never felt more like my old man. Now, I can't see the screen from here, but I assume that all of you are asking about our elevation. Well, we broadcast the show from 8,700 feet. That's super high. How high is it? 8,700 feet is so high that when we exited the plane, we had to step up. 8,700 feet is so high, I looked down and saw a couple join the Mile High Club. 8,700 feet is so high, Daedalus of Greek myth won't even come here. Too soon? Too late? Too close to the sun? 8,700 feet is so high, we took a shuttle here. And it was like a shuttle, like the shuttle. 8,700 feet is so high. When Viv heard how high it was, she was like, 8,700 feet? Whoa! 8,700 feet is so high, you all looked like ants running around down here. 8,700 feet is so high that I was in a state of constant terror due to my crippling acrophobia or fear of heights. 8,700 feet is so high, it's really enjoying this monologue right now. So then we flew home from Colorado, and boy were my arms tired from covering my mouth and nose to protect myself from all the germs coming out of the guy next to me. Good God! This guy sneezed into the wall right away and then spent the rest of the flight with a minimum of 2 fingers in his mouth. Minimum. Just chewing away, I have no idea why. And he sneezed into the wall of the plane. Great, yeah, I'm sure you got it right out the window there, pal. On the bright side, this rubbish person made the turbulence a little easier to deal with. Like, yeah, is a plane crash really much worse than what's going on here? I mean, if I survived, I can tell you one thing, I will not be eating that guy. No thanks. Gross. That was another monologue, guys. Go mop your brows and hug your loved ones, because we've got one more to go, at least. Do you like to laugh? Oh, too bad.
Hi, I'm Nate Grady.
Hey everybody, it's Fireside Chaps. Here we are, Fireside again. I gotta tell you something. I come from a garage sailing family, right? You know, and bargain is king, so if somebody compliments you on something, you have to tell them how much you paid for it. I mean, if you got a deal. So like, hey Johnny, tell me you like my pants.
Yeah, I like your pants.
Thanks, $4. Hey Johnny, tell me you like my tie.
Yeah, that's a nice tie you got there.
Thanks, $10. Tell me you like my shoes.
Some wicked kicks you got.
Thanks, $4. Now, I want to tell my family right away here, there's no way I would ever pay $10 for a tie. Don't worry, I'm sorry, I misspoke. It won't happen again. But I want you guys to keep it cool, keep it together, keep it warm. Hi. How are you guys? Oh, good. Welcome back to episode Monologue. I gotta tell you guys, I think it might have finally happened. I'm kind of tired of talking. Psych. I'm just joking. It'll never happen, you guys. Yeah, I want to let you know, I was listening to The Doors when I wrote this monologue, so sorry if I take myself way too seriously at all. I was at a garage sale, speaking of garage sales, last weekend, and they had a dining room chair that was missing a leg for sale. And now they wanted $10 for it, for a broken chair. I talked them down to $5. Half price, baby. Yeah. Alright guys, I guess it's time to address the elephant in the room. It's you, elephants. No, I'm just kidding, but I do have something I want to talk to you elephants about too. It's a peanut question regarding whether or not you really like them, or if you're just in it for the salt. Maybe you're anemic or something. We'll talk about it later. But no, this elephant is a robot. Apparently we haven't really been representing our bot fans. It's okay, I can say that word. I have a Roomba. We certainly never want to exclude anyone, human or machine, or both, I don't judge. So I worked with a programmer friend of mine. Let's call him Elliot, because that sounds like a cool nerd friend. To come up with this next joke. Alright, this is Elliot's joke. 1101000101.
How zero is he?
1101011010. Yeah, this Borg knows what I'm bleeping about. You guys hear about this whole Star cup thing around Christmas? It's ridiculous. I mean, venti, grande, just give me a large, you know? What else? I had to go to the dentist a few months ago. I got the time wrong, so I thought it was early, and I even said so. I said, I'm very early for my 9 o'clock appointment. And she said, we actually have you down for 8:30. So I apologized and said that I should always just schedule my appointments for 2:30. And then later, when I was scheduling my next appointment, she said, so afternoons are usually better for you? And I was like, no, I was just saying like 2:30, like the old dentist joke. Okay, yeah, 2:30 would be great, thanks. I'm not afraid of the dentist like a lot of people are, but then my dentist is pretty little and I think I could take her in a fist fight. So, I got a crown put in, so I'm officially king of my mouth. Actually, I think it's a temporary crown, so really I'm just the interim king of my mouth. Until something better comes along, huh? Typical mouths, right? It's like you spend countless hours polishing each individual tooth. You pour your whole heart and soul into making each and every tooth special and honest and perfect, and you build your life around it. Really, every day it becomes a piece of who you are, and to have some dentist tell you you can't even be the king of your own mouth, it's like, thanks a lot, Obama. Have you guys ever noticed that when people start jokes with the phrase, have you guys ever noticed what follows is usually observational humor? So, do you guys have cats, or... That's actually a good power play question to ask when you go to somebody's house for the first time, because if they don't have cats, they'll be left to wonder about, what about their home made you ask that? And if they do, then they'll talk about their cats for a really long time. So, win-win. Or, win-lose in this case. So if anybody's watching who isn't familiar with Madison, let me sum it up for you. Our hipsters like football. The packages are so random, so meta. So Madison is located Here. Let's do this. Okay, if this is Wisconsin, right? It's hard to get the thumb right. Actually, it occurs to me that maybe you don't know where Wisconsin is even. So, okay, if this is the United States, actually, I guess, okay, if this is the Earth, we're right about here. Oh, you know what that sound means? It's time to move on to our game segment, Instant Monologue. Oh, hi. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna take your suggestions or Johnny's suggestions, depending on what happened. You know, he's gonna yell the topic out, and I'm gonna come up with a quick joke, and he's gonna squeak for everyone I get. Sound good? Yeah!
Woo!
Okay, ready and go.
Wisconsin.
Okay. Hey, have you guys ever been to Wisconsin? It's like a hand, but it's hard to make. Okay. So, what about? Okay, next one.
Rutabaga.
A rutabaga. When I was a kid, my best friend Kip and I, we would listen to the song, the Bengals song, the Walk Like an Egyptian. And between the Walk Like an Egyptian, rutabaga, 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 that's how many rutabagas there were. So, that's how I spent my youth. How about rutabaga? Go.
Chickens.
Chickens. They always talk about the chicken that got his head cut off, but don't they all walk around like that?
Local farming.
Okay. You guys know, if you guys know something about me, you know that I love local farming. So, I guess what I like about it is all the dirt, you know? I mean, I guess the plants are good too, ultimately, but mostly I'm in it for the dirt.
Destination wedding.
Destination weddings. It's like, no, you come here.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. More like, I love garden because I love local farming. Anything, Johnny.
The game Risk.
The game Risk. I think really the risk is getting really bored. Yeah. Oh, Johnny likes Risk apparently.
Let's see. Chocolate bunnies.
Chocolate bunnies. Chocolate bunnies represent basically all of your expectations as a child that get dashed when you realize that it's just a hollow bunny. It's nice and big and looks great, but technically it's just a shell. That's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for coming over tonight. I also want to thank my mouth for continuing to talk. Finn Hammond and Tyler Ensrud made all the great music tonight, and thanks as always to the biggest crew of two, Johnny Fisher and Viv Chappell. Thanks, guys. Both of you. Wolfout Tonight is a proud production of Wolfout TV, so subscribe to us on YouTube. Find us at Wolfout TV on Facebook and Twitter. Hit me up on my pager and I'll call you back from a payphone. Finally, special thanks to the woman upstairs for not making too much noise while we recorded this. And thanks, Stacy. Stay tuned for 2 more of me. Wolfout TV presents Haven't Been Then. We're taking off next week for our staff St. Patty's Day party. Then it's episode Nightmare. You're going to want to see that one. You guys stay cool and have an excellent summer. And be excellent to each other. Super hot, so I kind of burned my mouth a little bit, but it was worth it. But the best part was the boiled potato, just soaked in butter.
That's the perfect potato, man. You know what? Go get yourself a boiled potato right now. If they still have them. I hope they still have them. Hi, I'm Nate Grady. No way. Way. What do you want? How about a good sit? I've had a long trip. Are you... I am you. From the future. Shut up. Who are you? You shut up. I'm Nate Grady. I'm Nate Grady. Sounds like you got her all figured out. I've got nothing figured out. I am you, Nate. You will be me. Holy shit, it's so good to see you. What a relief. Come on, pal. Haven't you sort of been expecting this? If I remember right, you just picked a verification question this morning. Alright, what did I ask the Easter Bunny for when I was 5? A potion to make your stuffed animals come to life. Bonus detail, especially Fluffles. Oh, shit. Why'd we think we could ask the Easter Bunny for stuff? I don't know. I guess I just couldn't wait till Christmas. But we didn't get the potion. No. No, I didn't. Is this real? Dead real. You want a beer? No thanks. I don't drink. That doesn't sound like me. You'd be surprised. I would. You will. You know what the farmer said when his horse died?
Well, that never happened before.
The opener's on the fridge now. So what year are you from? 2028. 15 years, huh? Yep. So you're 50? 51, actually. It's my birthday. Hang on. It's March. My birthday's in July. You cracked the case, Encyclopedia Brown. It wasn't exactly 15 years. Well, happy birthday. You too. Early or late. Am I having an episode or something? Is this how I lose my mind? No, I can finally say that this is all really happening. Finally? Okay, are you ready for this? I was where you are, when you are, 15 years ago. And I was visited by 51-year-old me, or me, and we had this conversation. What? This exact same conversation. Only I was on the other side of it. On my side. Exactly. And I've spent the last 15 years wondering if I was out of my mind. And? Well, now I can say I didn't hallucinate that. Or this. Or you're hallucinating it again. Whoa, you just blew my mind. So why? Why did you come back? I came back because I came back. That's it. I came to visit you because former future me came to visit me 15 years ago. So what's the big message, the warning, the directive? Yeah, I guess. I mean, what did you tell you 15 years ago? You mean, what did you tell you 15 years ago? Sure. This. These words. Everything I'm saying right now. But what's the point? The point. Fair question. I am here because I am here. Because I was here, now, 15 years ago. Twice. So you're here to be here. Because you were here. Correct. So what do I have to do? You have to do this. This. This conversation. Again. Again. You have to come back in 15 years and have this conversation. With myself. Yeah, with you. How will I know what to say? You'll memorize it. How? I was recording a message for a time capsule. Well, yes. I was recording a message for my future self. You, I guess. How'd that go? Not very well. I got all uncomfortable and just ended up describing my dinner. Timeless. It's not done. Oh, it's not? Almost. So, you know this entire conversation by heart. What if the whole thing? So everything I said 15 years ago. Alec Baldwin, Axel Foley, Alex P. Keaton, Alex P. Kitten. Nice try. I'm freaking out. I know. So every word you're saying, I said to me 15 years ago. To yourself. Yeah, to you. So you're, what? You're reciting it? Well, I'd like to think I'm performing it, but yes, I am reciting it. So I have to complete the circus. The circus? Oh shit, I meant circuit. I messed up the line. Really? No, I'm just kidding. That was in there too. That sounds like me. It does. So what would happen if you did mess up your lines? I won't. What if you do? I don't. What if I do? You won't. So I can't mess it up? I didn't say you can't mess it up. But I won't. We don't. So your whole purpose in coming back is to what? To tell me to come back in 15 years? There's not a purpose, Nate. There's just what is. Nobody's gonna believe this. You're right about that. Couldn't I just play them the tape? Sure. Unfortunately, both voices on the tape are yours. Right. So, what's the future like? It's about the same. Give or take. Ah, there's no snack printers yet. Sorry, man. Damn. Boiled potatoes? Good. So, does everybody time travel? Nope. Just no? Nope. Just me as far as I know. Just us. How do you do it? That's a funny story, actually. But I can't tell you that. Why not? Let me rephrase. I don't tell you that. I didn't tell me that. This is too much. Oh man, am I Ow! Sorry, but you're not dreaming. Aren't you supposed to pinch me? I don't like pinching. Me neither. Am I nuts? No, Nate, I can finally say that your marbles are all accounted for. Says the figment of my imagination. So, you're 51, huh? Yeah. Huh. We're like a before and after. After what? 15 years. You look good. Bold choice on the hairdo. Yeah, I've been swimming a lot. And here I thought my widow's peak had peaked. Look, Nate, I don't have much time. Why not? I don't know yet. Maybe it's just a short tape. Maybe. But if I can tell you one thing, if I can give you one piece of advice, please bring a jacket. What? Bring a jacket. Today, when you come back in 15 years, bring a jacket. It's really cold out. It's like 30 degrees. Bring a jacket? Yeah, it was warm. Well, it'll be warm in 15 years. Oh, global warming? No, it's July. Right, our birthday. Right. So that's it? Bring a jacket? That's the wisdom you came to impart? I didn't write it, pal. Hey, I've got something for you. This is weird. I've been carrying this thing around for so long. What is it? It's just a quarter. Here, take it. Looks old. It is. I got it from me, and now I'm giving it to me. Keep it in your pocket. Remember that you're not crazy. Lucky you didn't accidentally spend it. It's no good anymore. No? No. Just hold on to it. Whenever you feel like you've made all this up, look at that and remember this moment. Remember that I'm here. That we're here. We're not crazy, Nate. You would say that. You will say that. So, what's gonna happen to you now? Next, you mean? Yes, next. I don't know. I haven't been then yet. See you in 15 years? Not if you see you first. Right. Hey, I transcribed that tape. Believe it or not, cassette technology will not be around forever. I don't believe it. Believe, Nate. Safe travels, Nate. To the future. And so ends another broadcast day. Yes, meow, Virginia, meow. We here at Wolfout TV want to say thanks and you're welcome. So now, without any further ado, let me wish you and yours and ours and us a Happy New Year. Good night, and good nachos.